Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, and I know this is kind of late, so I do apologize about that, but I have time today, and I kind of wanted to, have a little bit of a chat about just general prices, generally speaking, prices in Canada, what you could sort of be looking out for, um, top tier when it comes to like top tier parts for bottom dollar, what you can expect, how you can purchase it, where you can purchase it from, and just like a general what to be uh, just what to be looking out for. So I have laid out here on a very poor choice of surface, but I have laid out here a dual socket workstation motherboard, which is the Asus Z9P8 Delta 8 with two Dynatron coolers, a Corsair HX 1050, which is a 1 kilowatt power supply, um, NVIDIA Quadro P1000. This is a sound card, which is a Asus. Oh, come on, focus, please. Which is an Asus Zonar DX, a GTX 1050, a bunch of RAM, and a case, and some other things. In terms of pricing, I didn't really spend that much on it. This is about, I want to say maybe $350 worth of equipment. Um, and this is all just to sort of circle around a little bit to say the following. Um, Today is February 25, 2023, and just with the general state of the market and everything, you don't have to worry about it because this equipment over here that you see, this whole kit, whether it's with that motherboard or this motherboard or this GPU specifically, you don't have to worry about paying top tier dollar simply because you're looking at an individual. You can, and I highly encourage it, especially if you're in Canada. You can, and I highly encourage you to go and have a look at a refurbisher who can, whether it's going to be a complete system or just like individually refurbished parts or parts that have been auctioned off due to end of life, just sell it to you for a fraction. Sorry, for a fraction of the money that they got. So, just to point out, I paid $25 for this motherboard, but it did come with a bricked BIOS. So I had a chat with the vendor. They said power went out during a BIOS flash. This can be salvageable. So I'm gonna make a separate video on that. And I am going to try and save this and bring this back to life. This is just a GTX. What is it? Come on, focus, please. This is a GTX 650, 1 GB DDR5 version, and even though this kit is relatively aged, you shouldn't have to worry about not being able to use it because it's still a functional kit and it's still kit that can perform up to a certain expectation, especially if you're on a relatively tight budget. So don't worry about that. The budget market is alive and well, and it's still kicking around, and you can definitely salvage just equipment in general, so that you don't have to spend like top tier dollar on equipment, whether it's going to be like the latest i7 or the latest like Ryzen 9 or whatever. So like I said, I did say that I spent about $350 in all of this kit, and I have easily between those $350 to almost, come on, please focus. I have two functioning computers. Well, if I can get like another power supply, I will have two functioning computers between all of these parts. And we're talking about, machines that are still very performant, especially for an everyday user that's not demanding like the highest performance. So for example, this right here, I got, like I said, this motherboard came with a faulty BIOS, sorry, not faulty BIOS, but like a faulty flash BIOS. And the chip here, which is the 2697 V2, the chip itself was like $50. The motherboard was 25. Once I flash the BIOS back, everything's gonna be like functional. This is still a 12 core 24 thread CPU, clocked at 2.7 gigahertz. That video playback, some gaming, workstation use. Depending on what you use it for, it still is a very good. Oh, man, like I'm sorry. My camera doesn't wanna play nice apparently. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so this is all kit that's still very functional and could be put to good use. Now, whether it's going to be like for a quick build workstation for you, for a friend of yours, for a family member, you don't have to sweat when it comes to that. So I'm gonna be like reviewing this motherboard and this motherboard individually in 2 upcoming videos. The sound card and the graphics card, there's been plenty of reviews out there. You guys can definitely take a look at that, but there is a particular reason why I got these two. I will be doing a little bit of video editing on it. This is just so that I can get the motherboard up and running again. And this has 7.1 surround, and I'm really excited to see the quality, because I did mention in the previous video there is a set of Bose speakers that I'm supposed to fix the that little control hub. The owner has problems with it, so we're gonna take a look at that as well. GTX 650, which it's a great little entry-level GPU for somebody who's looking for like maybe $20 or $30 to get their gaming rig up and running, or maybe for like their kid or a friend who's urgently needing something. And for with retired server equipment, one of the biggest benefits is that you can get high capacity RAM. This is, if my camera decides to focus, there you go. These are 16 gigabyte sticks at 1866 megahertz, which is identified by the 14900, and it's all registered ECC RAM. That it's great. And well, it's great in my opinion. I don't know how everybody else feels about it, but yeah. So my personal place where I go to buy refurbished kit or stuff that has been auctioned off is for Canadians. I don't know how it works with international shipping, but for Canadians specifically, if you go on eBay, Calgary Computer Wholesales, they sold me this workstation. I bought it with my own money, so don't worry, it's not sponsored. But basically, this workstation was part, this motherboard was part of this workstation. These 2 fans, this power supply, those 4 pieces of RAM, and this GPU. And just for that workstation, I paid $200 plus whatever shipping was. But again, it wasn't something extremely overpriced. And yeah, like I said, pretty much in between everything, all these components, that I spent about $350. So I'm gonna get a little organized. I have a couple of things to do. I'm gonna shotgun a couple of videos. I'm gonna review this guy. I have a couple of things to say about him. We're gonna troubleshoot this one, and in the hopes that we're gonna bring it back to life. So we're gonna be doing the Lenovo onboard flash process, and then we're gonna put it in my buddy's workstation that had a dead motherboard. And we're gonna give him a little bit of an upgrade, and this RAM is gonna go in here as well. And we're gonna see what's salvageable and what's workable, and we're gonna go from there. So that being said, thank you for looking at this quick video. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.